That's the underwhelming stock BRZ exhaust, and it doesn't fit the car.
The BRZ is a well-designed, perfectly balanced sports car.
Subaru should be embarrassed for putting this thing on that car.
That changes today. We're bolting up this MBRP axleback, doing a full install, a proper sound test, and we're gonna find out if it's worth saving some bucks versus going full catback.
And if that cold start didn't convince you on why this car needs a new exhaust, well, then I don't know what will. But before we rip off the OEM exhaust, we want to do some sound bite baseline. We want to know in what different scenarios does the OEM exhaust sound like, and that way I can compare it to what the axleback is going to sound like. So we're going to start with the most obvious, and that's going to be engine startup. No matter who you are, you could always appreciate a good startup sound, especially with the boxer engines when you have the unequal length headers and you got a nice deep rumble. Now the BRZ has the FA24, so they're equal length headers, and it's not gonna sound as good when you start it up probably. I just hear the injector. It's very tame, and it sounds kind of bland. Second, and my personal favorite, you're sitting in a peaceful, relaxing HOA neighborhood, and you just want to rev your car out. You just want to redline that bad boy. So what does it sound like under revs? Now, revs are an HOA favorite. Thankfully, my neighbors don't give a shit. Nothing. I don't like it. And as a professional car YouTuber, I must change this. Now, those are just standard revs, but the real magic comes in when you're flying down the street and you're just doing a flyby. So, flyby revs. Just imagine you're driving down the street, an elderly couple enjoying their nice, relaxing bike ride, and you just floor. I thought there was 5, there's actually gonna be 4. I was gonna do rev and hold, but I'm just doing revs. I don't think the hold matters. But the last one is gonna be highway driving, because you just love getting on the highway and just hearing that drone. On-ramp, pull, sound test, loading. That's it. Just engine sound, no rumble. It's got those equal length headers, not that inefficiency of the unequal length, even though it does sound better. Just winding it out, that's it. That's the sound of efficiency right there. Now this is an axleback, and it's exactly as it sounds. It's a part of the exhaust from the axle's back. Now this is just the muffler part, and it's all we're gonna remove, and it's as simple as it looks. It's 2 bolts from this pipe, and it's 4 exhaust hangers. Now you have 2 options with those hangers. You can do it by hand, manually, where it takes 1 to 2 hours at best on a good day, or you can buy one of these exhaust removal tools where it takes 5 seconds. That choice is yours. Now this is a heavy axleback. It's roughly 25 to 26 pounds. Now this is the MBRP axleback exhaust, and as you can tell, there is no muffler, so hopefully it will wake the car up quite a bit and give us some nice engine tones. And also I feel like it's maybe 5 to 10 pounds lighter. I don't have exact numbers, but it definitely feels a little bit lighter. So basically, this is probably one of the easiest installs you could do. It's essentially reusing the OEM bolts that came off the mid-pipe exhaust, 16mm socket with a 14mm wrench. And the kit came with a gasket, so we have this gasket we're gonna use on this main piece here, which will help seal everything up. And then we have these U-joints that'll go on both sides, so we'll just slip those on, and we put the other pieces on that basically are coming out and have the tips. We'll tighten those down, and then that's it. That's like all there is to it. I mean, you can do this, anybody can do this. Oh, brother. Now apparently this does go a certain direction. It does say to do driver's side first. I don't know why that matters, but there we go. Now she's on nice and straight. I mean, close enough at least. Now, same thing for the passenger side. You know what? So I'm not gonna lie. The instructions did say to add some lube to this thing. We're gonna get some lube on there. So I actually lied. You don't need any lube. I mean, I guess you could use lube. I don't know. Maybe in the YouTube comments tell me if I'm doing it wrong. I mean, the instructions don't say to, so I'm not doing it. But I will say it's a pain in the ass. We are missing the key ingredient, the most important piece. Put on the exhaust, the tips. Now this is the most important piece, and we can align it however we want. So if we want, we can tuck it up in there like that. But I kind of want it to peek just so you can see the logo a tad bit. Perfect. So now all we have left to do is tighten everything down. Why is this one on this side? Kind of annoying, I can't reach this. I don't know why they're on the same side, which is kind of annoying because I can't like reach this one. I mean, I can, but like actually no, I can't. I like literally can't reach that side. That's crazy. I mean, that's what I'm thinking. They sent me two of the same side or something. Or they didn't. I mean, I'm guessing I could probably force it, but 30-minute install every single time. This is so hard, but this side is like really tight because it's pushing against the plastic bumper. So we had to finagle it, and I think we got it. But now my wrench won't come out. 2022 BRZ muffler pipe bolt torque spec. Axleback 35. Lefty loosey. 19, 20, 28, 34. Now is the moment of truth. Everything's been bolted down. Everything's been torqued to spec. We're gonna go through those sound bites once again to see just how different this axleback sounds compared to the OEM, starting with the cold start. Right away, it's got a deeper tone, a little bit more rumbly. It's not gonna be the true Subi rumble because it is equal length header, not unequal length. Right away, cold start comparison from OEM to the axleback, 100% better, 100%. The real test is gonna be the revs, and I gotta say, does not disappoint. My neighbors are probably so pissed right now, so I'm gonna let them know I'm sorry. So startup sounds good, revs sound great. What about some flybys? Highway sound test, MBRP exhaust, axleback exhaust, rolling. It's a little droney, but it doesn't help that the car already has terrible sound damping, and that definitely needs to be addressed. When you're just cruising on the highway, nothing, just, you know, similar road noise. You get a little bit more exhaust, but it's not that much different to OEM. But if you do get on it, you definitely hear it. So now for the ultimate question, should you just go with the catback or stick with an axleback? If you're pinched for money, an axleback, you know, it's gonna give you a better tone. You're gonna get a little bit more sound out of it. You're gonna save some money. I mean, it's under 500 bucks. I mean, you can't go wrong, and anybody can install it. It's literally a couple bolts, remove the hangers, pop the new one on, you're good to go. And just like that, you've got a better sounding car. Now, of course, the catback is gonna be the best option for you, but if you're trying to save some money, the axleback